Hello and welcome to week 32 of the FrankenScrap Crochet Along, and this week we're making the Cobblestone stitch. So this is a stitch which creates little small bumps on the front of the fabric, and it's just like a little delicate little stitch. So to make this piece you're going to need a foundation chain of 53.
And then in the third chain from your hook you're going to make a single crochet. So this single crochet counts as the second stitch. Our turning chain counts as the first stitch. So I just marked that last chain of your foundation, and that will be stitch 1. So now we're just going to single crochet in every chain of our foundation row. So the cobblestone is going to be making these lovely bumps to create this beautiful texture, and every row of cobblestones will have a row of single crochet in between. Okay, so after you've completed your single crochet in row 1, you're going to turn and chain 1. The chain 1 does not count as a stitch, and then in the first stitch we're going to make a single crochet. Okay, so that is our first stitch, and I'm just going to pop a stitch marker in. Okay, so after our single crochet, in the next stitch we're going to make a treble crochet. So wrap your yarn around your hook twice and make a treble crochet into that next stitch. And then in the next stitch we make a single crochet. And it's that difference in height between these two stitches that creates the cobblestone on the back. You'll see it more once we've done the next row of single crochet. It helps push that out. Okay, so after your single crochet we're going to repeat. You're going to make a treble crochet, then a single crochet, treble crochet, single crochet, and you're going to do that all the way across row 2. So there's my treble, and in the next stitch I'll make the single and then another treble, and I'm going to keep that going across the row until I get to the last stitch. So there's my single crochet, and now we do another treble. And single crochet in the second to last stitch, and our last stitch, it is a treble but we need to add a little something at the end. I'll show you in a second. So start by making the treble in the last stitch, because it's row 2, it's in the top of that turning chain. But we need to bring this treble down in height, because we don't want a treble at the end of the row, we actually want a single crochet. So we just need to bring it down in height. To do that we're just going to make a slip stitch into the same stitch. So that slip stitch does not count as a stitch, but it just brings the height of that stitch down. So now I've turned, you can see the texture is coming through. Okay, so once we've turned we chain 1. So just remember, for this end stitch with the treble and the slip stitch does not count as a stitch. So just remember that when working our next stitch, which needs to go into the top of the treble, which is here, and we're going to single crochet. Just going to mark that stitch, and now we're going to single crochet in every stitch across, which should also help bring those bumps out a bit more. So single crochet into the top of the single, then single crochet into the top of the treble, and just do that all the way across. And single crochet into the last stitch of the row. Okay, so there's all the lovely cobblestones. So the next row, row 4, we're going to make our cobbles unaligned with the first row, so they're not going to be in line. The next row cobblestones are going to be in between, so they're going to be offset from row 2. So row 4, we turn, chain 1, and then we're going to make a treble stitch. So we don't want to make a turning chain, we want to make a treble stitch. Okay, and that goes into the first stitch of your row. So the chain 1 doesn't count as a stitch, just this treble, but it has to be an actual stitch, not a turning chain. And then we repeat the same as we did in row 2, it's just that we're offsetting it. So after the treble you make a single, treble, single, treble, single, all the way across the row. Let's grab some more yarn. Done my treble, now I'll do the single and treble again. So it's a really simple repeating pattern. It does look good in a single colour, but I bet it looks great in multiple colours as well actually. If you had your single crochet rows in a different colour to your trebles. And it's all the way across the row, and for row 4 you will finish with a single crochet in that last stitch. And then turn. Okay, so you can see that our cobbles are offset from the ones below. So row 5 we turn, chain 1, chain 1 does not count as a stitch, and we're going to single crochet in the first stitch and in every stitch across. So single crochet on top of the treble, then into the single, and we do that all the way across. So row 5 is the last row of the repeating pattern, and you'll repeat rows 2 to 5, so repeat rows 2, 3, 4 and 5, and that is your repeat for this stitch. So you just keep going for as many rows as needed, and that is the cobblestone stitch.
To complete your cobblestone piece, you're going to be repeating rows 2 to 5 until you have 25 rows in total. Once you finish row 25, you can cut off and weave in your ends, and then it's time to join this piece to the rest of your FrankenScrap. To see where this piece fits and the full joining instructions, click the link beneath this video and it'll take you to the blog post where you'll find all the information you need. And don't forget the Facebook group is there if you have any questions or just want to join in the chat with your fellow FrankenScrappers. So once you've joined this piece, that's week 32 complete, and I shall see you next week for the next piece. Bye for now.